Draupadi Murmu arrives in Manipur on a maiden two-day visit. President assures addressing concerns of every affected family in Manipur is government's highest priority. President urges people of both valley and hills to move forward together in unity. Total shutdown, boycott and general strike called by proscribed groups against President Draupadi Murmu's visit triple normal life in Manipur. Security tightened, no report of any untoward incident so far. BJP High Command reportedly summons Manipur BJP MLAs to New Delhi for first time since violence for crucial meeting on December 14. Meeting expected to discuss current political situation, rising calls for popular government and outline measures for conflict-hit Manipur. Recently resettled IDPs of Lemiram, Waroiching struggle to build their lives amid ruined houses and lost livelihoods. Villagers urge government to release pending rehabilitation funds and livelihood support. Violations by commuters coupled with poor traffic management by law enforcing authorities rise traffic jams and congestions in Imphal city and surrounding areas. And star Indian footballer Asalata Devi nominated to AFC Women's Asian Cup All-Time Dream 11 in Defenders category. Fans may cast a vote for her through Asian Football Confederation's official website and AFC Live app. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You are watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm BABINA bringing the top stories and latest news at the start. President Draupadi Murmu arrived in Manipur today on a maiden two-day visit amid a total shutdown, boycott and general strike called by proscribed groups opposing her visit. She will become the first president of India to take part in Nupilal Memorial ceremony tomorrow. President Murmu landed at Imphal International Airport around 1 p.m. in a special flight and was received by Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla and Chief Secretary Vinit Kumar Goyal. From the airport, President Murmu travelled to the historic Mapal Kangzebung or Imphal Polo Ground to witness a Sagol Kangze exhibition featuring a traditional men's polo display followed by a modern polo match by the women's team. A civic reception was held this evening at City Convention Centre, Palace Compound, Imphal, in honour of President Draupadi Murmu, where she laid the foundation stones for 14 projects worth 1,180 crore rupees and inaugurated 12 key development projects worth 270 crore rupees across Manipur. Inaugurating several projects across tribal development, agriculture, health, education, water supply, electricity and sports, President Draupadi Murmu said these initiatives will improve quality of life, create jobs and boost economic activity. She noted that central government programs in connectivity, health and rural development have brought visible progress. Acknowledging the suffering caused by Manipur violence, the President assured that addressing the concerns of every affected family is the government's highest priority. She reaffirmed the centre's commitment to harmony, security and equitable development across all parts of the state. Calling Manipur the gateway to India's engagement with Southeast Asia, she urged the people of the valley and hills to move forward together in unity. She appealed to all communities to support peace and development and to build a Manipur where every child is safe, every woman empowered and every citizen included in a brighter future. Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla and senior state officials were present at the ceremony. Key projects inaugurated include infrastructure development for agriculture sector in 4 districts, Hill Tribal Chiefs Guest House at Palace Compound, Imphal East, Tangkul Hetman's Guest House at Ukrul, Administrative Training Building at the Tribal Research Institute Imphal, 132 by 33 kV substations at Gamfajol with associated transmission line, constructions and augmentation of 15 water supply schemes, education infrastructure projects in 2 districts, 5 girls' hostels and 2 boys' hostels across 4 districts. Boys and girls' hostel at Sarita Boxing Academy, health infrastructure development in 6 districts, infrastructure development for state police and construction of IMA women markets at 4 locations. Tomorrow afternoon, President Murmu will participate in the Nupilal Memorial Ceremony before leaving Imphal for Senapati to meet IDPs and hold discussions with government officials on development initiatives, after which she will depart for Delhi. Total shutdown, boycott and general strike called by prescribed groups including Corcom and NRFM against President Draupadi Murmu's two-day maiden visit to Manipur crippled normal life in valley areas of the state today. The shutdown was enforced from 1 a.m. today until the President's departure from the state tomorrow. Movement of commuters and vehicles was severely affected, while trade and commercial activities came to a halt. Quairaman Market and most shops in the valley districts remain closed except for a few vegetable vendors and pharmacies. Passenger vehicles stayed off the roads, leaving major routes deserted. Educational institutions and private offices also shut down, though government offices continued functioning. Essential and emergency services were kept outside the purview of the strike. Meanwhile, security measures have been beefed up, with state and central security forces being deployed in large numbers at sensitive locations to prevent any untoward incidents during the President's visit. Normal life was also crippled in Bishnupur district due to the ongoing statewide total shutdown and general strike called by proscribed groups over President's visit in the state. Marketplaces and commercial establishments in Nambol, Oinam, Bishnupur, Ningtokong, Moirang and Kumbi were closed. Passenger service vehicles stayed off the roads. Security has been beefed up in the district to prevent untoward incidents during the shutdown and strike. Kuki Zoo Council extended a warm welcome to President Draupadi Murmu while urging her to address the ongoing suffering of the Kuki Zoo community displaced by ethnic violence. In a statement, the council said the President's visit brings hope to those still bearing the scars of the conflict. BJP High Command has reportedly summoned Manipur BJP MLAs to New Delhi for the first time since violence erupted in the state on May 3, 2023. Impact News has learned that a crucial meeting will be held at the BJP National Office on December 14, where the central leadership is expected to review the current political situation in the state and rising calls for a popular government. The BJP central leadership is also likely to outline certain measures for Manipur, which continues to grapple with conflict and instability. Following the directive, most BJP MLAs from Manipur are preparing to leave for Delhi, with departures expected from tomorrow onwards. However, BJP Manipur Pradesh has not yet issued an official statement. In a notable development, Kuki MLAs are also expected to attend the meeting alongside Meitei BJP MLAs, a rare occurrence amid strained relations between communities. The meeting is significant as 37 BJP MLAs, including 7 Kuki MLAs, have not been able to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi since the outbreak of the conflict, though some MLAs have individually met Union Home Minister Amit Shah, BJP National President JP Nadda and other central leaders. National Human Rights Commission has directed a fresh inquiry into the prolonged blockade of National Highway 2 in Kangpokpi district following a petition by Assam Roshan alleging denial of safe passage and severe humanitarian distress. Acting on the June 2025 complaint, the NHRC noted that the issue amounts to a complete denial of safe access, causing shortages, economic hardship and rights violations. The petition also cited the March 8, 2024 attack on former RIMS Medical Superintendent Dr. Yenkom Mohen and his team despite traveling under official escort. The Commission flagged jurisdictional gaps after an earlier report from Imphal West Police claimed the incident did not fall under its area. A fresh probe has now been ordered from Kangpokpi District Magistrate and SP with an action taken report due within 2 weeks and a complete report by January 4, 2026. The petition stresses violations of Articles 14, 15, 19 Clause 1, Clause D, and 21 citing a humanitarian crisis affecting patients, students, traders, and daily wage earners. It also seeks subsidized emergency airfare for civilians forced to fly due to the road closure and appeals for immediate restoration of safe, lawful movement along NH2. Kokomi convener Kuraisa Matoba questions whether President Draupadi Murmu, as the head of the state, can ensure the fundamental rights of the people of Manipur, which have long been deprived of. Speaking on the sidelines of the ongoing month-long relay sit-in by internally displaced persons at Lamboy Konangkong in Imphal West today, Matoba reiterated the demand for the government to honor its commitment of resettling all IDPs to their original homes within this month. He stated that if the president cannot ensure the resettlement of IDPs, then she is not our president. He further remarked that President Murmu's state visit is futile. She leaves after attending the Nupilal observance without taking any concrete measures to address the crisis. Matoba cautioned authorities against taking the ongoing relay protest, which entered its 11th day today, lightly. A memorandum was also submitted to the governor and the chief secretary, underscoring that the countdown to resettlement. In a show of solidarity, Matoba added that Kokomi members will spend the night at the Sajiwa relief camp today to stand with the displaced families.
Lak kun henba praja ki fundamental rights pidana lairibani fundamental rights ase piram gadoribra akhoi ki constitutional guarantees adu thamam gadoribra aibo wahang asi yan hanbada IDP singi mahut sinjara kanda Kokomina India ki president koi madam Draupadi Murmu ki mafamda ai khumnajaba galona na koi wafam asi hangachari miyamna thajaba thamiba koi ki officer sing bureaucrat sing moi masa masa sing asisu relief camp da wana khangiba IDP singi punsi mahing ase masi khangnadaba da moisu akhoi mayam changdana makoi bu chingaga relief camp da ahing lelal nanabagi Tabak Choidana Paikalakani, Madu Paikatringeda, Miam, Tingnariba Awana, Singase, Masi Kangna, Atuba, the Masamasagi, Mayumda, Hanjal Hanmangam, Nanaba Tabak Paikat Pio, Wafamsi Hajage, Adu Aikoyo in the D, Awana, Kangi Singase, Masigi, Chapchaba, Baudam Mama, Lonanaba, Amadi Miam, the Madu Kangan and Naba Damanta, Equingasi, the Hojarakanda, Kokomigi, Tomising Punjarakanda, Sajiwa relief camp, Equingasi, Ahing and Jeragani.
To resettle internally displaced persons affected by the May 3, 2023 violence, District Administration Bishnupur resettled 64 families at Lemram Waroiching on December 4 under the second phase of resettlement. After offering prayers to Waroi Ningtho, the displaced families returned with hopes of rebuilding their lives following more than 2 years in relief camps. However, their return was met with disappointment as many found their homes damaged, unsafe and without basic living conditions. Villagers told Impact News that although the government has transferred 40,000 rupees each under the first phase of assistance, it is insufficient for repairing the extensive damage to their houses. They appealed for the remaining 35,000 rupees to be released at the earliest so they may rebuild properly and begin normal life again. Residents also raised concerns over the lack of livelihood opportunities, saying they are unable to access the areas behind and to the north of the village due to security restrictions. Those resettled during the first phase further complained that they have not received any support since their return, leaving them vulnerable during medical emergencies and unable to provide education for their children. Villagers said they are with hands in the air, struggling to manage food, daily needs and their children's future. They urged the government to expedite assistance and ensure a sustainable rehabilitation plan for all returning families.
Suba Chapagi, Koi Yang Wai Hunji, and Tolambiga Letabaga, Karigumba Tabam, Tabuda, Koitapon Kandi Mapan, Toko, Sipanazo, Sideshida, Ten, Mamma Handilo Pasia, the Nomuda, Annie Rexal, Sunman Gren, King Bibel Lay, Koida.
Chaka the Pavi, Mating, oh, yellow, big oil, Yum the Shuba Yaba, Mating Harp the Honey. ai itom da laibana ta yum da ichani pa sing laiba si jo akhoi na wakhan si da lai ta bam khang de ba kari thok na ho har kan ichani pa sing da pakhang sing laiba do laiba ya de ba ai da gi khan da ni icha sing du gi khallaga go ai tum ham ja hom khang de ba lan si matung da su amuk thok ta na ba gi akhoi na phajana nungai na ne ta na laina ba gi security matik cha na phajana round loin thambiraga akhoi ji laina ba gi lan si loisin na ba gi sarkar da mi engjang biu hai jning
sinpham je sang ko da ngai ri ne na supam japam jo khangdre maningom da ka gnu jo hai re sibaina do awangom chu sat kanoi da ama chu sat kanoi da mai khaji khaksi da layo hai bene na koi kar mai ni hing dong no di khangde.
Machi Women's Society MWS urges authorities to address the lack of development in Machi village of Tengnopal district, the largest village in most populated settlements of Maring community. Speaking at the Golden Jubilee celebrations of MWS and Machi Social Welfare Youth Club held today at Machi Village Multipurpose Hall, speaking at the event, MWS founder member H. Darshim said the village has seen minimal progress in the past 50 years. She highlighted that despite having a subdivisional office, residents still suffer due to poor road connectivity, irregular water supply and electricity. With over 500 households, MWS has been working on community welfare, drug prevention, income generations and encourage higher education among local youths. Calling for peace like the ongoing unrest in Manipur, she stressed the need for forgive and forget to restore peace in the state. As part of the event, MSME PCI Nagaland and Manipur Deputy Vice Chairperson Temui Dau Makunga unveiled a monolith at Bunghung Machi village.
Nung pato khat na kharabasu yam thuna chamthok laga hanagi gumna nungsi na nungai na amaga chamin thakmin na duna leiba haibasidi na leirak kharaba matam chahi ahum sujilakadawa sidi manghan ningi yam thuna ingthabasidi hanjin hanningi karam haina tawraga halakadra haibadudi aikhoina di khangdre sembang amdre adubu medai ijin inaw singnasu khara ngak piba kok piba marandu ya biba kuki khoina su maran ya biba natra badi ai su ngamnangai tawba ma su ngamnangai tawra loi phom leroi aduna kanano thanthana masigi irang si thuna loisinba haibasidi aikhoi silairiba nupi sing aikhoi imai koina yamna pamba.
Naga People's Organization NPO appeals to all for unhindered movement to all the participants coming to the 4th state level Barak Festival 2025 proposed to take place from December 12 to 14 at Jailipau Senapati. This was stated by NPO President Kuba Peter, President NPO, at the press conference held at NPO office Senapati. NPO President in the press conference stated that the organizing committee invites every individual irrespective of community, both from within the state and beyond, to come and be part of the grand celebration. The inaugural session will be graced by Governor Ajay Kumar Bhala and Chief Secretary Dr. Puneet Kumar Goyal. The President mentioned that this year's festival will showcase a vibrant lineup of events including Barak Rogue, the Barak Queen Contest, cultural performances, literature festival and various indigenous games.
We warmly welcome all to join us in making this occasion colorful, memorable and truly representative of unity in the state of Manipur. The organizing committee also earnestly requests all communities of our state to refrain from calling any ban, blockade or any form of agitation during the festival. We appeal for unhindered movements for all participants and guests. Let us all uphold a spirit of belongingness, harmony and cooperation.
Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on rising traffic jam and congestions in Imphal City and surrounding areas. So keep watching Impact News.
Sangai tutorial kwa kathel ki class 10 ki revision course lakliba December 15 dagi class haujaragani. Class 9 amasung 10 ki foundation course kina lakliba January 5 dagi class haujaragani. Akuba marol gidamal sangai tutorial natraga sangai hostel kwa kathel ningthem kolda lakpiduna akuba marol tanabiu.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching Primetime English Bulletin. Imphal City is witnessing an alarming increase in traffic rule violations, especially along major roads. Coupled with haphazard parking and improper driving, commuters are facing worsening congestions across the city. Impact News brings you a report.
Commuters across Manipur, especially in Imphal city, are increasingly flouting traffic rules, from reckless driving to illegal roadside parking. Despite regulations requiring residents to use designated parking spaces, many continue to block public roads, while authorities appear to take little action. As a result, Imphal city and surrounding areas are facing frequent and severe traffic jams. A major congestion point is the narrow road along the Nambul riverbank in Pauna Bazar leading to Khairamban Kaitel, a key route for traders and shopkeepers. Experts and citizens urge measures such as restricting trade-related vehicle movement to specific hours, installing bollards, improving signage, and ensuring proper traffic signals to ease long-standing congestion. Bureau Report, Impact News.
Wangkai MLA T. Arun Kumar calls for sacrifice and dedication while serving the people. He made the appeal during a reception program organized for Wangkai Ward number 23, Imphal Municipal Corporation's Corporator Lausambam Romola Leima, who has recently joined the MLA's team. The program was held at Jingmayrong Mamang Laikai residence of Arun Kumar. Speaking on the occasion, the MLA expressed confidence that Romola will work for the welfare of Wangkai constituency. Election Committee Advisor R.K. James and several others attended the program.
Arun Kumar team amasung Romola ki team ani se punna chatpakanda aikoina tawningba kendra sigi chakot thorang kya dasu aikoina miyeng changba ngamgani aduga Manipur gi issue kya lakpadasu koi punna khusamnaduna issue sing adu thengnabadasu yamna mateng oigani haina aitajai
wachigi thabak tawbada sum laikai gi development tawbada koi MLA ga type tawragadi akoi gi yam smoothly oina chatnaba for Malaybagi, Koita, Toroga, Tabasi, Antona Bagidamata, Ilaka, Saka Taranga with my partner Bagidamata, Punjabani.
Manipur Petroleum Dealers Fraternity has announced that all fuel stations in the valley and peripheral areas will remain closed on December 13, following a bomb threat at Ibudhau Pangba filling station, Koirengai, on December 6. A hand grenade was reportedly found inside the pump's toilet, along with a threat later. A combined team of D-78 CRPF and Special Operations Team SOT of 109 Battalion CPF seized 196 grams of brown sugar concealed in 5 soap cases from a man at Tikulen Naga Post along National Highway 2 yesterday. According to information received by Impact News, the apprehended individual has been identified as 26-year-old Muhammad Waris Khan, son of Muhammad Rahimuddin of Kwakta Moirang in Bisnupur district. The contraband was detected during routine frisking and checking conducted by the combined team. The team also recovered one vehicle bearing registration number DL8C0806 and a driving license from the accused. The siege items and the arrested person have been handed over to Senapati Police Station, where a case has been registered. Court has remanded the accused to 7 days police custody. Governor Kumar Bhala has extended his greetings to the people of Manipur on the historic occasion of Nupilal Day, observed annually on December 12. In his message, the governor said, Nupilal Day is a tribute to the extraordinary courage, resilience and patriotic sacrifices of Manipuri women. He noted that Nupilal movements of 1904 and 1939 remain shining chapters in Manipur's history, when women rose with remarkable unity and determination against injustice and exploitation. He called upon the people of Manipur to uphold the glorious legacy of Nupilal and continue striving for a peaceful and harmonious society. Speaker Thokchom Satyabrata conveys Nupilan greetings to people of Manipur. In his message, Satyabrata says Nupilan movements of 1940 and 1939 were not mere protest. They were explosions of defiance, demand for justice, and the birth of Manipur's political awakening. The speaker says Nupilal Day commemorates the fury and courage of Manipuri women who shook the chains of injustice. He wishes peace and resilience on the occasion of Nupilal Day, which falls on December 12. Chingai AC MLA Kasim Vasum also conveys warm greetings to the people of Manipur on the occasion of Nupilal falling on December 12. Machalaima Manipuri Chanura Laisem Marup paid homage to the brave women of Nupilal movement ahead of Nupilal Day. Now the sports news. Star India Lata Devi has been nominated to AFC Women's Asian Cup All-Time Dream X1 in the defenders category. Fans can cast their votes for her through Asian Football Confederation's official website and AFC Live app. Ace defender Asalata's nomination comes as recognitions of her remarkable consistency, leadership and international impact. She was earlier honored with AIFF Women's Player of the Year 2019 title. Notably, she is also the first Indian woman footballer to achieve 100 international match appearances last year, marking a historic milestone for Indian football. Manipur State Mukna Kangzai Association has submitted a memorandum to President Draupadi Murmu seeking conservation and promotion of state's traditional indigenous sport Mukna Kangzai. The memorandum was submitted through the governor. In the memorandum, the association also urged the president to facilitate safe resumption of pilgrimages to the Tangzing and Kobru shrines, which are closely linked to the origins of Mukna Kangzai. Senior National Judo Championship hosted by Manipur Judo Association under the aegis of Judo Federation of India will commence tomorrow morning at Kumalampak Sports Complex Indoor Stadium. Speaking to media today at Manipur Judo Association office in Kumalampak Sports Complex, the association president Bizoy Koizam informed that a total of 716 men and women players from across 30 places of India, 43 technical officials from Judo Federation of India, along with 78 managers and coaches and 50 volunteers of 30 teams will participate in the championship. Bizoy revealed that during the championship, players will be selected for the Commonwealth Games, Asian Championship and other international judo championships. Manipur Judo Association Secretary S. Indra Kumar also attended the media briefing.
Tournament sida organization singna ban blockade boycotting tonga issue to sing adu sanroi sing ingirkanda kitang komthok piu haidana thamjage madudi hairiba championship asi khadi maru oiba bharat ki adugumba player singna international game sung adu tongan ba olympic kumba Asian Games kumba Commonwealth Game da yagodabang haktanina masi sohorgadi Manipur gi player tana khoi tongan ba leiba India gi player sing asi soiba lakadabanina masi kitang mayamna
Uniforms were distributed to Manipur players and officials participating in the 79th National Football Championship for Santosh Trophy qualifying round. All Manipur Football Association General Secretary L. Jyotirmoy Roy, along with other prominent members of AMFA, graced the event held at artificial turf Lamlong Thongkong today. Agartala will host the trophy qualifying round under the aegis of All India Football Federation from December 15 to 19. Team Manipur consists of 20 players and 4 officials. Other teams include Mizoram, Nagaland and Tripura. Manipur will play against Tripura in their first league match on December 15, against Nagaland on December 17 and against Mizoram on December 19.
Manipur ki tasengna haibabu hoji leiriba facility gi matang sidadi koi all Manipur association piriba pochidi dum anadigi dum hongdaba haitai haibding sai gi koi gi issue yam leigre usi matang se aina pihanninge haragasu sai tariba mayam duna mana kari khangduna haibi wakhan ma su lakatra bi pot no ka ingu so yam nangba yam leigon the frustration daga sai as a sai toning ba haibabu matam chana koi league se luchin halaga matam chana koi ga ngang se santosh gi ꯃꯗꯨ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯤꯄꯦꯔꯦꯁꯟꯁꯤ ꯊꯥ ꯑꯃ ꯃꯈꯥꯏꯃꯨꯛ ꯄꯤꯔꯒ ꯑꯉꯥꯡꯁꯤꯡꯗ ꯄꯤꯐꯝ ꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯆꯥꯕ ꯊꯛꯄꯗ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯅ꯭ꯌꯨꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯁꯟꯗ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯊꯛꯇ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯪꯐꯝ ꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯗꯒꯤꯁꯨ ꯂꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯈꯣꯠꯄ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯕꯤꯖꯟ ꯂꯩꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯃꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗꯗꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏ ꯁꯣꯔꯠ ꯄꯦꯔꯤꯌꯠ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯃꯗꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯐꯪꯂꯝꯗꯕꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯏ.
Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. President Murmu arrives in Manipur on a maiden two-day visit. President assures addressing concerns of every affected family in Manipur is government's highest priority. President urges people of both valley and hills to move forward together in unity. Total shutdown, boycott and general strike called by prescribed groups against President Murmu's visit cripple normal life in Manipur. Security tightened, no report of any untoward incident so far. BJP High Command reportedly summons Manipur BJP MLAs to New Delhi for first time since violence for crucial meeting on December 14. Meeting expected to discuss current political situation, rising call for popular government and outline measures for conflict-hit Manipur. Recently resettled IDPs of Laimaram Waroiching struggle to build their lives amid ruined houses and lost livelihoods. Villagers urge government to release pending rehabilitation funds and livelihood support. Violations by commuters coupled with poor traffic management by law enforcing authorities rise traffic jam and congestions in Imphal city and surrounding areas. And star Indian footballer Asalata Devi nominated to AFC Women's Asian Cup All-Time Dream XI Independence category. Fans may cast your vote for her through Asian Football Confederation's official website and AFC Live app. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Coming up next, Prime Time Manipur Bulletins. Have a great evening and stay safe.